cigarette. I know, I wish I had a car. It's gonna take me a while, but
The caption says, dry begging and yelling at her kids like usual. That's crazy.
I know, I wish I had a car. It's gonna take me a while, but I'm gonna start saving all these dang gifts that everybody sends me. And then one day, I'll get a car. Back up, I'm having a cigarette, go. Back up, Sophia. Can you seriously back up? I'm having a cigarette. I know, I wish I had a car.
I wish I had a car.
Early indicators. You're not my type. Literally, like, when I tell y'all, it's crazy because...
Hold on. She said early indicators, you're not my type. The caption says just dry begging. But then we have a text message thread here. So I'm assuming this is what she's referring to. So it goes as follows. She said, hey, I'm off for a few days and I don't feel well. The gentleman's response was, that's good that you're off for a few days. I do hope that you feel better though. What's the problem? Do y'all see a problem? Y'all let me know, but let's get back into it. Before we do though, if you could like the video, I greatly appreciate it. Only takes a second and it actually helps out more than you know. And it's literally just a click. So if you're here anyway, you might as well click that like button. And then also if you can hype the video as well.
Literally, like, when I tell y'all, it's crazy because this is the first time that we're speaking since he asked for my number. If I tell you I don't feel well, you say, I hope you feel better though, you're not my type. You're not my type. We can go ahead and nip this in the bud. I already see that off rip. It's not.
Hey, I'm off for a few days and I don't feel well. It's good that you're off for a few days. I do hope you feel better though. She mad. Hold on. Here, bro. Damn. This is a first time speaking. Hold on. This is a first time speaking since they exchanged numbers. And the first thing she said, let me get close. Hey, I'm off for a few days and I don't feel well. This is the first words she says to man since they exchanged numbers. Asking for a handout. You're asking for a handout. Because what you mean, he said, that's good, you're off for a few days. I do hope you feel better, though. You automatically go, oh, yeah, this ain't the one. This is the first time y'all spoke since y'all exchanged numbers. It's dry begging.
That is dry begging.
Ain't y'all, bro? I'd be ashamed when I'm broke. Y'all, what's up? Y'all just come on here all the time just showing how broke y'all is. Don't y'all feel, like, embarrassed?
Early indicators.
I had to filter this for a minute, but now that I've really filtered it and processed it, oh, this is absolutely dry begging. To begin a conversation, I could see if he'd have messaged you like, hey, what you doing? And then you say, hey, nothing much. I'm off for a few days. I don't feel well. To begin a conversation with a dude that you had got his number and then you decided not to talk to that entire time. You hadn't been speaking to him the entire time when things was good. But now things is bad. And now you initiate allegedly the conversation saying, hey, I'm off for a few days and I don't feel well. Really in the form of some type of test, or it could just be out of pure necessity where you actually do need somebody, because it's possible a lot of people just in general are single today. So when things like this happen, you have to deal with it on your own and you have to face it on your own. And that's when people all of a sudden, when they're in a dire situation, all of a sudden see the importance of companionship. So now you see where companionship could have came in and been an enhancement in your life. And you think that you can just instantly and spontaneously, miraculously make it appear. Like a lot of people try to make a lot of things appear. It's almost like you can DoorDash everything today. And it was her misconception that she would be able to DoorDash companionship while she's sick. Wouldn't that be nice? It doesn't work like that, ma'am. And what are you expecting? The brother said, I hope you feel better. Why would he even want to come around you and get sick himself? He got to go to work. See, he's not going to call off of work probably if he gets sick. Most guys ain't going to do that. We're not going to miss out on that money. If we going to be sick and not feeling well, we might as well go to work. What's the point of wasting off days to still not feel well? You might as well just go make some money. Again, y'all, if you could like the video, it only takes a second.
Girl came on Beyonce's internet in her bonnet and said that men make it hard for her to thrive in her feminine energy because, like, when she asks for like stuff to get her nails done for some money, they don't never do it.
I feel like these days niggas be trying to make it hard to thrive in your feminine energy. Like, they're upset that you a girl. You mad that I'm emotional. You don't want to put money on my nails or help me out with no bills. Like don't get mad at me because I'm being.
You said they mad that you're emotional? Oh man. Trigger warning. I can already tell she's about to trigger me and probably a lot of people in the comments as well.
Niggas be trying to make it hard to thrive in your feminine energy. Like, they're upset that you a.
We're making it hard for you to thrive in your feminine energy. How do you make it hard for a man to thrive in his masculine energy? Because if that's true, then that means the inverse also must be true. So let's explore this and unpack this. Because how would it, first of all, would you accept if a man couldn't thrive in his masculine energy because something external to him was making it hard? No, that wouldn't be a valid excuse. You got to man up one way or the other. So why would you not think it's the same thing with you? If you're feminine, you're just feminine. You would expect the same. If a man is masculine, he's just masculine. You wouldn't want a man who switches and turns off his masculinity, right? That would be weird. If all of a sudden your dude was masculine with you, but then when he goes out into the world, he cowers and he's feminine. And he's pushing you to the forefront. And he can't open his mouth and he's timid, right? You wouldn't want that. You wouldn't want your man to be assertive with you and then come out and switch it and be timid with everyone else. You just expect him to be masculine, period, all the way across the board. So why do we not think that the inverse is also going to be true on your behalf as well? That always baffles me. And that is the very nature and definition of cognitive dissonance.
To thrive in your feminine. I feel like these days niggas be trying to make it hard to thrive in your feminine energy. Like, they're upset that you a girl. You mad that I'm emotional. You don't want to put money on my nails or help me out with no bills. Like don't get mad at me because I'm being the girl that I am when a man is supposed to lead and provide. Just be honest with yourself and go.
Sis, what do you thriving in your feminine energy got to do with a man giving you money and getting your nails done? What does your
You said a man is supposed to just lead and provide just for anybody, huh? So when you eventually, because that is a big if in today's day and age, but if you eventually get your man, are you going to be expecting him to be providing for any woman that he comes across? No, you're not. You're going to expect him to provide exclusively for you because he's committed to you, and you're going to actually be selfish with his provision, even if he wants to, most likely. And you'll definitely say, if you're not taking care of home, I don't want you taking care of nothing else. All right, then. Well, you're not his woman. He's not committed to you. He's got to keep that same energy at the beginning steps, even if he doesn't have a woman, because he's still going to have to move that way when he finally does secure and lock down a relationship. So you're just all wrong to begin with. You're gaslighting people, and you're trying to ultimately use gaslighting and manipulation to get something that's going to make your life easier, and is not necessarily coming from a moral and integrous place. And you're acting like you don't understand the concept, but really you do. And when people act like they don't understand the concept, but really they do, that is literally manipulation.
What does your feminine energy? This is how I know a lot of y'all bitches are not feminine. Excuse me. I forgot. Y'all get offended when I call y'all that. This is how I know a lot of y'all witches are not feminine, because you associate femininity to a man purchasing things for you. You guys are not feminine and you've never had anything before. The difference between girls who can and the girls who can't is that the girls who can and who are and who do aren't online complaining about what they're not receiving from a man. There are plenty of men willing to do for women. And
That's
there are
true.
plenty of women being done for by very generous men. You have to ask yourself, my good sis, why are you not one of those women?
That's
Girl
true.
came on.
That's a very great point. She came at it from a great angle, because that's very true. It's a lot of people, ladies out here that think that they're something that they're not. it would be no different if you see a man and he thinks he's the ish or whatever, and you really just look at him and you look at their presence and ultimately how they move around in the world, and you're like, nah, you're not what you think you are. And there's a lot of women like that too, because understand a man's nature. When a man is typically, because it is a toss up, because a lot of things is just getting crazy. It's men being raised wrong, brought up wrong, indoctrinated wrong, even when they get out here. I done seen it's men that had certain beliefs that were already grown men when they held the beliefs. And then just because society went in another direction, men who were already men and already held beliefs changed up their beliefs because of how society now said that you'll get canceled or whatever. And extrapolate that with whatever you want to extrapolate that with. But we could think of tons of examples.
I'm trying to get 10 for Panda Express. And like I said, I could pay for it, but like I would have to make that money back because I got rent coming up.
You better call the FBI. I'm gonna drop his ass off at Panda Express.
I'm just craving Panda.
Come on, man, hook me up.
I don't blame her. I just had Panda Express yesterday. I can't even blame her. I like Panda Express too.
Just craving Panda.
Come on, man, hook me up. What the fuck y'all doing? Y'all rationing around here? Come on, hook me up. 2 little fucking string beans. Give me the goddamn string beans.
It's fine. I'm gonna just pay for it. And
I'm so glad the internet is having a conversation about dry begging. I never had the words for it, but thank you, because it's never going to work for me. It's as soon as someone does that with me, I'm like, we can't be close. I'm so glad the internet is having a conversation about dry begging.
To this day, I don't know this man that I was
Okay, so the caption here says, I still can't decide if this man was dry begging or not. Let us know in the comments, y'all. I'll give my take, but would love to hear if y'all think whoever she's about to tell the story about was dry begging or not.
This day, I don't know this man that I was briefly dating was dry begging me, and it doesn't sit right with me in my soul. I still can't tell. So I think I was dating this man like last year, right? And he knows that I've mentioned in past relationships in my 20s I was stupid and I was like the provider. Like I would buy my ex's stuff, I would pay for everything, and like that's who I was in my 20s. He knows that, so keep that in mind. So he was having car troubles, right? And then he texted me one night and he's like, oh my god, my car stopped in the middle of the road. And he took a photo of like the check engine, whatever, the lights and stuff. And then he's like, I need to take my car to the shop. And I'm like, yeah, go do that. And then he goes to the shop and then he's like, damn, I have to get this part fixed. I have to change this. I have to get a new part for my car. It's gonna be this much. And then yeah, I'm so broke, but it's like, it costs exactly this much. I'm so broke, but like, it is what it is, what am I supposed to do? Poor me, I'm so broke, and like, I'm gonna have to change it, 'cause, I have to get to work, and what else am I supposed to do? I'm just so broke, I'm gonna have to change it. And I was like, yeah, I guess, like, why, like, and like kind of dragging it a little bit, and I remember I was feeling.
Let me address this. She said when in her younger days, she would be in relationships where she would be the provider to the men. Ultimately, because even when ladies say this sometimes, it's not necessarily as it may seem. In a woman's mindset, she's providing even if she just goes half and half. Because that's just the way it is. Like I can't see it being 60-40, even that ratio, which still is almost more akin to half and half. But I digress. However, she said in her younger relationships, she was the one providing more, which it was like in her 20s. And she shared that with that man. And my question is this: Why do y'all think that y'all can give the best version of yourself to the worst men, and then when you finally find the right men, you feel like they don't get the full version of you that's not jaded and traumatized and ultimately cynical about what their intentions might be when they've already shown and proved that they are indeed the right person? As a man, it doesn't matter how much stuff I've gone through, as far as like, even if I've gone, let's say go through bad relationships where women is just gold diggers. And so now I'm like, maybe in the dating phase or whatever. Let's just say they're gold diggers. I've ran through a lot of women who were gold diggers or whatever. And so now I find the right woman for me. Everything. Holy woman, just incredible all the way across the board. It wouldn't be my inclination that she's only going to get half of me because of other things that I went through, because I'm going to still be withholding a certain part of who I am. I'd be like, I finally found the perfect thing that's going to take me through the rest of life. Now you get all the best parts of me and all the experience that I've went through that ultimately just gives me more wisdom to be more capable to do more for you. You would get the whole of me. But you'll see a lot of ladies who will be like, now you only get a fragment of what I was before I was jaded. And they think that makes sense. It doesn't make sense.
And I was like, yeah, I guess, like, why, like, and like kind of dragging it a little bit. And I remember I was feeling so unwell in that moment. Like something in my intuition was screaming at me, like something's not right here. And in that moment, I was like, was he trying to get me to be like, to see if I would be like, oh my God, I'll pay for you. I'll buy it for you. You're broke. Don't worry about it. I'll pay for it. I'll pay for the part. Don't worry about it. I'll send you some money to help you with it. Don't worry. I got you. Was he? Then I low-key felt like he was expecting me to do that. He was hoping I'd do that.
Yeah.
Because I
Yeah.
felt so awkward in that moment. I felt like I was like this. I felt very uncomfortable. But anytime my intuition screams at me, I'm like, nah, I'm just being crazy. I don't think he's trying to manipulate me like that. Is he?
Well, here's the thing. If that's the case, if by him doing that, he's trying to manipulate you, then you would have to admit that if a woman ever does that for a man, says, my car broke down on the side of the road, ... and then are waiting for the man to step up and come help them, then you would have to also admit that that's manipulation. Here's why. Because that would be the thing in the traditional context. But you're clearly everything from traditional. I know you can barely see her, but I feel like the top of her hairline should be enough for you to be able to tell she's not traditional. And if you need more proof, further proof that she's not traditional, check this out. Ma'am, you're not a traditional wife. You're the opposite of a traditional wife. So what that would mean is that you should expect opposite outcomes. So in a traditional situation, if a woman tells a man that she's seeing, I just broke down on the side of the road, she would expect him to drop everything he's doing and come make sure she's okay. And so since you're the opposite of traditional with the way that you present, you should expect that a man can call you and expect opposite treatment. Is that not how we look at things? Do we not think that balance is always going to go through no matter what? It's always going to be balanced in one way. If you decide you want to be counterbalanced to the way things are, then you need to expect the opposite form of results, in my opinion. So to me, that sounded perfectly right. That's what I would expect. When you decide to to be the opposite of everything that's always worked, I would expect this, that you deal with dudes that probably aren't leaders, that have no desire to want to lead and actually want to be led. This says incoherent dry begging. Incoherent dry begging. Let's check it out.
Incoherent idiot dry beg continues.
You know, I had a question. It's not just one person. A few people asked, since it's your son's birthday, what are you giving your kid? What are you giving your kid? You're probably not going to give your kid nothing because you want everybody else to do it for you.
Facts.
This is not coming off negative. You know, some of us just ain't got it like that. What am I giving my kid is lots of love.
Yes,
I'm giving him a new place to live.
Lucky Junior.
I'm giving him a meet and greet, sort of, kind of. I'm giving him a day we're going to go cruising and enjoying the day. I'm giving him uncontrollable. I would say uncontrollable. I'm giving him unlimited support to him and his. So, you know, it's not all about the gifts. Why does everybody think that when you have a birthday or a party, it has to be blown up, shindig?
Oh my gosh, man. Ladies. Okay, ladies. Let's talk to the ladies. Can you imagine? You got to listen to this dude all the time if you with this guy? This is the type of dude, ladies, you got to like slide in some melatonin into his nighttime tea. So he go to sleep and stop talking to you and you can watch your TV or whatever. Dude, what are you talking about? Yeah, that was definitely incoherent for sure. That was perfect labeling. What in the world?
Some breakfast. Some breakfast.
The caption says Shayla dry begging for some Starbucks, then gets mad because no one wants to send.
Some breakfast. Some breakfast. Some breakfast. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. If you love me. And it starts. Yep, it sure do starts. Shit, y'all. I start when y'all start. Honestly, to be real. I gotta put my press-ons on first. Since I got red on, I'm putting on my red press-ons. And you stay in my life. Make that make sense. Clock that T. Clock that T, bitch. Catch it. I was gonna buy my own, but I don't want to get on the bus. So I'm using that to get on the lift.
She talking about, listen, man, y'all just be rambling on these lives sometimes. You talking about breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Yeah, for working people, for sure. And, you know, a job is the most important thing to maintaining a living as well, Mel. Since we're coming with insights and, you know, trendy facts, a job is the most important thing to maintaining a living. Go live by that. People pick and choose they convenient philosophies that they about to live by. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Yeah, a job is important too, man. Come up with some type of philosophy catchphrase that you can go and continue to say over and over and affirm to yourself until that resonates and you actually get one.
Bitch, catch it. I was gonna buy my own, but I don't want to get on the bus. So I'm using that to get on the lift. So, what the fuck you mean? Either you can help or you're not. I understand y'all not want to help because we got money. I don't really care who's sitting and who not. Honestly, on some real shit. Cause the main ones who be talking ain't sending, ain't helping with nothing. Y'all just here to be miserable.
Somebody in the comments, she said, I don't even ask my mom for money this much. So apparently this person comes on begging a lot.
The main ones who be talking ain't sending, ain't helping with nothing. Y'all just here to be miserable and hate yourselves. The main ones who be talking ain't sending, ain't helping with nothing. Y'all just here to be miserable and hate yourselves. I could care less about who not sending nothing. Just so y'all know. Just because you not sending anything, that does not mean I'm pressed about you. And whatever you not gonna send. That's your problem now. Y'all think somebody give a fuck because you specifically not sending anything. I don't give a fuck. Some breakfast.
Been live. Been live. I'm sorry, people mad, and they mad I found a man. That's my man. I'm not going back and forth with no bitch when he's here with me. And I don't care what she over there telling y'all. Yeah, his name tatted on her neck, but Amor Lee about to be tatted up there. That's finna be covered up. We don't care about none of that shit she over there talking about, baby. Ain't nobody beefing with her. Go find your happiness, honey. He's my man now. Ain't nobody beefing.
They said in the comments, he looked like a billy goat. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
We don't care about none of that shit she over there talking about, baby. Ain't nobody beefing with her. Go find your happiness, honey. He's my man now. Ain't nobody beefing with you. And them whack ass trolls that went and corrupted your peace, honey. I'm not going back and forth with nobody over my man. Thank you for the gifts. Nor do I want to hear that troll shit and what y'all over there talking about, honey. I'll show y'all the tech, the new tech when it's covered up. Stay tuned.
Oh, okay. I didn't read the caption. So in the caption called him. They said, "This Walking Dead Billy Goat face ninja irks my soul." Oh, that's funny. That was funny and accurate. That's good.
You seeing how real it is. You think that's not my man, but he's my man. And you gonna see how real it is. It ain't nothing to get a cover up, baby. Amor Lee be up there soon. Thank you, baby. Thank y'all for the gifts.
All right. We've had enough. All right. Well, we'll leave it there for today. If you could like the video, I greatly appreciate it. Only takes a second, and it actually helps out more than you know. And also, if you could hype the video, hype is a new feature that YouTube offers where it helps smaller content creators like myself. And basically, when you hype, it actually pushes us to the extent that it pushes the larger content creators. So you just press the hype button and it shows the points. And since I am a smaller creator, a smaller channel, we actually get more points per hype. And hype was designed for smaller channels, so that's why. But if you come across a video and you don't see the hype button, then it's probably been over 7 days, and hype usually vanishes after 7 days. So it's usually best practice if you want to hype to just go ahead and hype while the iron is hot on a newer video. And then also if you want to become a member of the channel as well, the join button's on the video. And what becoming a member of the DXU family will come with is you would get badges next to your comments where it will show people that you are a member whenever you leave a comment, as well as you would get early access to content and also exclusive content that's not available for everyone else on YouTube. So again, if you want to become a member, the join button's on the video. But until then, I'll see you in the next video.